Focusing attention is focusing divine being. Our attention is that tool of our own consciousness. It is the tool of consciousness itself that goes and lands on something. And as it does so, it fills that upon which it lands with its own nature, which is completeness, totality, wholeness. So when we're talking about healing, we're talking about something that's incomplete or painful or unpleasant or difficult or whatever, then it means that there's something that's not expressing its full value. It's not expressing its full potential. So the value of bringing awareness is that awareness naturally brings with it the resolution or the completion. So the idea of energy healing is to learn how to intelligently direct attention in order to produce specific effects, and how to bring that completion as quickly and economically as possible, gracefully, comfortably. Also, one of the main principles that we're working on is that we range what we're looking at. The structure is a range of manifestation from that which is not manifest, the source of creation, all the way through to the densest level of creation, or at least to our human level of creation. We'll be talking about rocks tonight too. They seem a little denser, right? They seem a little denser than our bodies. Our bodies are soft and supple and have water in them. All right, feeling into the group now. Because what I want to do is I just want to give you the healings that you need. We want to express the healing work is constantly happening. Constantly evolution is occurring. But when awareness goes into the area where the healing work is taking place, then awareness enhances and supports that healing process. So my job is to be the mirror of the healing work that's being done. And so the first thing that I'm seeing is it appears that there is a kind of an opening. Okay, I talked about how the body ranges from dense to subtle. And in that range, there are all kinds of different organs. Some of the physical organs are physical, but there are subtle organs as well. Everyone's heard of chakras, meridians, and this cord of light that runs from the crown of the head down through the body into Mother Earth, and causal body organs and all kinds of interesting organs. In the cord of light, in the area between the second and fourth chakra. So we're around where the third chakra is, but also up, also stretching past that. There is energy the awareness is moving into that area, looking at what appears to be blockage. Nervous system, good. I'm looking at organs and chakras in all different levels. But what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing is a form of orderliness, which is designed to keep life comfortable, that when we're facing chaos, and this kind of starts to interface into tonight's topic anyway, when we're facing a chaotic situation, it feels out of control. The potential for evolution is greater when a situation is not super orderly, because it's in those moments that we face that unknown that we are expanding our awareness into areas we have never been before. And when awareness expands into the unknown, then the potential for growth is maximum. However, if the chaos, if the flow is too much, there's not enough orderliness, or there isn't enough compassion to kind of keep it moving in a safe way, then the situation can backfire and become, rather than more evolutionary, can just become a big mess. So there are certain cultural parameters or guidelines which we all tend to agree upon and follow. Mostly, most people follow most of them in order for life to be comfortable and orderly enough that when things start to move into that chaos area, that we can still maintain our own comfort level and we can still maintain the evolutionary flow. What I'm seeing is the orderliness that's there, that sort of rigid and holdingness is a little bit too much for tonight, and that we need a little more freedom to move around. Awareness needs a little more freedom to move around. A lot of times people hold fear also. In the third chakra area, it's a very common place, and also the pancreas is a very common place to hold fear. So we're just looking into that area, and it's just, as awareness goes in, it softens that, it softens, and it helps open up. And of course, everyone knows also that the third chakra area is where we experience and express power, where being experiences and expresses power. So it means an awakening or an expansion of personal power for the sake of evolution and healing. And what I see moving into that area as the social constructs like belief systems and kind of like rules like dogma, rules and regulations, moves out, that the energy in that area is now free to take on a more orderly structure of its own design. Because ultimately, who is doing the healing in this session is the source of creation, is healing itself. Ultimately, what we're doing here is we are putting ourselves in the position of accepting that everything is an expression of the source of creation. Everything, 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 including every little detail of who and what you are, is an expression of divine being. That's why I said at the beginning that you're adorable. Because it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to have a complete connection. And that's the reason for clearing this area, this third chakra area, is to allow the flow that comes through the cord of light. It comes both in through the crown. We get information from our own divine nature, our own source of creation, the source of creation, and from the lower levels of the physiology, which is where the blockage was affecting, we get all that nice earth energy, and a lot of cosmic information also comes sort of up through the body. And the reason is that the cord of light connects all the way to the center of the earth, and the center of the earth has her own cords and connections that go to the sun and the moon and the different planets, but also to the center of the galaxy and to the center sun of creation and so forth. So it's actually our connection to the earth is one of our main connections to the cosmic locations where information is held that is important for the healing process. And it's also important for the knowledge attaining process.